morning of June the 6th, 1813, 3 weak and ragged men rode slowly through the streets of Sydney towards Government House, cheered by crowds of wildly enthusiastic citizens. At the head of the bedraggled trio was Gregory Blaxland, a pioneer of cattle breeding in Australia. Behind him rode an unknown young man named William Charles Wentworth. And bringing up the rear came Lieutenant William Lawson, formerly of the New Sales Corps. Just 26 days before, the three had set out from Blaxland's farm near Penrith. With 4 servants, 4 pack horses, and 5 dogs, had set out to conquer the towering ramparts of the hitherto impenetrable Blue Mountains.
I hear your friends at the barracks are offering odds of 100 to 1 against us making it, Mr. Lawson.
Oh, that was last week. This week it's 200 to 1.
I hope you took some of it.
I'm not a gambling man.
What about you, Wentworth?
I've heard it's bad luck to bet on yourself, Mr. Blaxland. If we are going to make it, we don't need any of that. So I didn't take the chance.
Well, perhaps you're wise. But there's no if about it, lad. We're going to make it all right, whatever the odds.
Blaxland's confidence remained high, despite the colossal obstacles they encountered in the days that followed. For a fortnight, they pushed doggedly on through wild bush country, often so dense that they were unable to see the sky, till at length they reached the edge of the deep cleft of the Conimbla Valley between Katoomba and Lura.
What now, Mr. Blaxland? We need wings to get across there. Our supplies are all but exhausted. We couldn't hope to make it on foot. I don't like the sound of Wentworth's cough. He's in bad shape.
We're all in bad shape, Mr. Lawson. But we haven't come this far to be turned back by any blasted valley. We'll head north along the ridge and make the crossing at the far end.
If there is an end, looks to me as if it could stretch to Kingdom Come.
If it does, we'll be in good hands.
And so they proceeded north, chilled to the bone by the icy mountain air, their boots and clothing in tatters, only Wentworth's coughing and the sounds of their own laboured movements breaking the unearthly stillness. At last, more dead than alive, they reached Mount York, where a sight met their eyes that made all they'd been through pale into insignificance. For the first time, they glimpsed the lush, rolling plains west of the range.
Behold Kingdom Come, Mr. Lawson.
It is that, Mr. Blaxland. A veritable paradise.
It's even silenced young Wentworth's cough. Feeling a bit brighter now, lad.
I've never felt better, sir.
That's the spirit. Well, gentlemen, we know it's there now. Do we rest on our laurels and settle for that? Or do we lay our lives on the line and risk making it across? What do you say, Wentworth?
I'm for going on.
Mr. Lawson?
Well, if Wentworth's up to it, I am.
That makes it unanimous. We still have a few hours of daylight left. Let's put them to good use.
So on they pressed, for another 6 miles that seemed more like 600, till they came finally to Cox's River.
Here, lad. Drink some of this.
Oh, thank you, sir.
I don't believe we need proceed further, gentlemen. We've done what we set out to do. What they said could never be done. We've crossed the Blue Mountains.
In actual fact, though they didn't realize it then, the 3 intrepid pioneers had not crossed the main ridge of the mountains. What they had done, however, was far more important. They'd proved that a crossing was practicable, an achievement that was to enable the small penal colony on the coast to expand westward and take its first great stride toward nationhood. The citizens of Sydney turned out in full force to acclaim the 3 men who had engraved their names forever in Australia's history. Gregory Blaxland, William Charles Wentworth, Lieutenant William Lawson.